Okay, so I have to admit, a lot of y'all are a lot more hip on the streaming GOG gaming scene than I am. So, you know what, you just have to forgive my tardiness. I'm late, but I'm here, and Breath of Fire 4 is also here too. Actually, it dropped April 25th this year, so 4/25. So I don't know if y'all knew that. If you played Breath of Fire 4, because me, personally, I didn't play Breath of Fire 4. I had it, started playing it. Well, the tragedy of my games getting stolen happened. We don't need to rehearse that tragic tale. So I never got a chance to fully play Breath of Fire 4. But guess what? It's here. But before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps out the channel a lot. And again, if you're new to the channel, you want to hear me ramble on about games, anime from time to time, and just, you know, geek stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So, like I said, on the April, what did I say? 4/25/25 GOG, which, for those of y'all who didn't know, because I didn't know, I had to do a quick little Google search. Check my geek facts. GOG means good old games. A couple of my homeboys and told me about it before, but you know how you be hearing stuff in passing. You'd be like, yeah, you listen to it, and a lot of times, personally, if I don't write it down, a lot of times I won't remember. But I did remember that I needed to play Breath of Fire 4, because one of the podcasts that I like make a guest appearance on every now and again, the Random Encounter, shout out to James and them boys over there at the Random Encounter. He is also a person who assisted me with some BOF control stuff, that which I'm going to get into here in a second. But they've been playing Breath of Fire 4 as like a group community, people on the podcast thing, and they trying to beat it within a year. So I told them, you know what? I've never played. I gave them my tragic tale. I'll jump in with y'all. And it's taken all the way until 8/25 for me to jump into it. But game is actually has nothing to do with the rest of the games. What most of them don't. It's kind of like a whole Zelda thing when it comes to Breath of Fire. Nina and Ryu are always in each game, which I kind of ship them together, and they do have this shipping type situation in every game, but they never really fully expanded into like a romance. But the story of Breath of Fire 4 is, of course, it's a role-playing game, and the story revolves around the two main characters, this time Ryu and Fao Lu, who are like two halves of the same dragon god. The game starts out with Princess Nina, who her and her homeboy Cray, who kind of reminds me of Cray. I just like realized the correlation there. From Breath of Fire 3, which is one of like the tiger people, which also Cat was in Breath of Fire 2, and they're looking for Nina's sister Elena, who is missing. And that's when you encounter a naked again, boy, teen, grown almost man in Ryu. So Fao Lu, the Emperor, who I like that Sephiroth type deal, is when you're with Ryu and Nina. Lena's on like level 5 and Ryu's on level 1. So it's like he just started, but when you switch over like literally within the next 30 minutes to Fao Lu, you are level 64. So you are here beasting T-Rexes. And I was like, you know what? Let me do a video on it, because if I didn't see it, if it missed me, I mean, just maybe it missed a lot of y'all too. And some of y'all might not know what good old gaming is. Even though it's kind of funny, it's crazy, because I'm scrolling through the list and good old gaming GOG don't really have all that much of good old gaming. It's owned in a project of Project CD Red. You know them boys over there and them girls. Hello, ladies. Over there on Project CD Red, who did The Witcher and, of course, Cyberpunk 2077. So I didn't know what it was, what the origin story or the backstory was. And it's cool to kind of like realize that a video game company is actually trying to preserve old video games legally. Yeah, that's what I asked. It's legal. So that's probably why they have a lack of games, or at least a lack of a lot of games I want to play or get a sale on, because of the fact that, well, it's a licensing play. I don't know why I said it like that. A licensing play. You know, just like with this new Smash Brothers is gonna come out, we probably not gonna get at least 20 of the characters. Oh, I might be being extra with it. We might not get 10 of the characters because of licensing deals with Nintendo. So we're gonna see what happens there. But as far as the game, the actual game of Breath of Fire 4, it looks good. It is the option, which I like because I have one of these like curve monitors, and I was fighting with it for a long time to try to get it to the dimensions that I wanted. After my move, it's just like bada bing, bada boom. It was just how I was hooking it up and porting it together since it was a new monitor, and now it's full screen. So they actually have the feature with that. Very similar to how like Steam has the feature where you can do that, you know, just go through your display settings and then like just fix it. Thankfully, I also have an HDMI switcher too that helps it. So once I did clap my hands there. And once I hooked it to the HDMI switcher and got it in the right HDMI to the right HDMI, that's when everything worked like, you know, magic. The only problem with this is, well, the controls. The controls. And since it's an older game and it's designed typically to play on PC, or if you're gonna do like have it on, was it a Levato or a Steam Deck or another handheld that can play PC games, the controls are like C, V, you know, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, and me using my Xbox controller, it can be a little confusing, especially when, you know, I can tell when I get ready to get into the meat and potatoes of some of these mini games or quick attacks, I'm gonna have to like have a writing, like a notepad or some kind of notes or something. So the homie James, I talked about him before on the Random Encounter podcast, TRE. He sent me over a little checklist and stuff, or a little, you know, the explanation on the controls. I thought he was sending me a patch that will just like fix that for me. But he didn't send me a patch. It's just like instructions to set it up. Like you can go through your own settings, which I had done, and manually put the controls the way I wanted to put the controls and made it comfortable for me. Cause I can't remember how the original, Breath of Fire 4 controls were. But you can't change the icon. So it's still gonna say C, V, you know, slash, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the UI on the actual game. But to be honest, I should have just did what I did with some of my other games, which is the ones I own. Don't look at me, Nintendo. The ones I own, like Xenogears and Valkyrie Profile that I've been playing. I should have just used RetroArch, because at least with RetroArch, the PlayStation buttons, Nintendo buttons, and the Xbox buttons aren't so far apart where I can kind of configure them a lot. Or like when I'm playing Final Fantasy 12 on Steam, it recognizes it. So I do appreciate that they're actually making a legal way for us to play some of these old games. But again, look at the list here. A lot of games, just by me typing in RPG, is a lot of these hentai games. Got a couple on my wish list. You know, we do some Friday night, some Fantasy Fridays,
late night
over on Twitch. But I'm glad that it is a service for this. They do have sales all the time. So if you put some stuff in your wish list, it's like it's always a sale, which is also a gift and a curse. But I'm gonna continue playing on GOG. I mean, damn it, I bought it for $10. I'm gonna get my money's worth. right? I just gotta write down the buttons. That's all. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. If you did like the video, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and you made it this far and you want to continue to hear me ramble on about RPGs, games, anime, geek with an A, games, entertainment, anime, and comedy, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make geekly content on the channel all the time. And as always in the web, remember to eat, geek, sleep, repeat. I'll holler at you on the next one. Deuces.